What is going on, guys? This is TVW slash TheVoltWithin here, and I'm bringing you guys another Gears of War 4 gameplay. And I am not going to talk about the gameplay in this video. I wanted to make this video for quite some time, ever since I saw Justice League in the theaters, and I just really wanted to get my take on the film. And I don't really want to make this a review kind of video, but I guess it's kind of a review video, but I'm just going to call this video more like my opinions on Justice League. Okay, so before I go into my opinions on Justice League, I just want to clarify and disclaim that if you have not seen the movie yet, I would probably stay away from this video until you watch it, because I may spoil some stuff, but I try to do things without spoiling stuff, but most likely I'm going to spoil something, so just keep that in mind. Anyways, so when I was going to the theaters and watching Justice League, I came in with low expectations, as I usually do with films. And just watching throughout the whole film, I wasn't really happy, but I wasn't really disappointed. And what I mean by that is, yeah, this film just wasn't terrible, but it's not the greatest thing ever. And I'm just going to let you guys know, like, I'm a diehard DC fan. Like, I actually prefer DC over Marvel, just because I like the characters and the heroes, villains better than Marvel. But I do like Marvel too. It's just I prefer DC more than Marvel because it's just more darker. Except for the Punisher. I love the Punisher in Marvel. But anyways, I don't know, man. Like, it's just watching this whole movie, you can kind of feel like it just felt rushed, you know. And that goes along the lines that, you know, Zack Snyder was directing Justice League, you know, and we all know about the unfortunate event that happened with his daughter's suicide. So that's when Zack Snyder kind of, you know, just couldn't finish Justice League, and he told, I believe, WB that he wasn't going to continue with Justice League. So Joss Whedon pretty much finished directing Justice League, and yeah, you can, with that in the mindset, you can kind of see how they were kind of competing with each other. It was kind of weird. Like, at some times, I felt like all the dark, serious moments was like Zack Snyder, and like all the funny bits were kind of like Joss Whedon. And that's another thing I wanted to talk about. This is probably one of the most lightest DC movies, like, of all time. And, you know, DC has been kind of trying to stay like dark, serious, kind of like having the mindset that they want to stand out and be different than Marvel. But that's something that I really noticed with this film, is that they really try to be more funny and comical, which I didn't really think the humor was that. It wasn't just, I don't know, the humor just wasn't executed like at all. Like, it didn't feel right, you know. And I just didn't really like that in the movie. Like, there was one bit that kind of made me laugh, but that was only because of the Flash's interaction with Superman. That was like the only thing that made me laugh. And yeah, it's just, I just didn't really find that to be really, I don't know, it was just bad. Another thing is the CGI in this movie is not the greatest at all. The CGI is really noticeable. And we all know about what's his face, Henry Cavill's mustache thing with Mission Impossible. I didn't really find that out until someone actually told me about it. Then that's when I was like, oh, I did notice something about his facial hair being CGI'd. But that wasn't really a problem for me. But according to a lot of people, that really made people kind of irritated. Also, another thing is the villain. Like, Steppenwolf just did not feel like a threatening villain in the movie. Like, honestly, I didn't feel like I really cared for him. Like, he just didn't seem like a threat that I could take seriously, and they were able to take him down pretty simple. Like, I don't know, maybe that was just because they needed to find, it was almost like they needed to find someone just to fight against, you know, just to bring the team together, which is understandable. But at the same time, like, I didn't care about the villain at all. Like, when they killed him finally, like, it didn't feel like it was like a mission accomplished kind of thing. It was like, yeah, we did it, like, yeah, Justice League, yeah, kind of thing. Which is fine, I guess. But I don't know, maybe it's kind of Marvel's fault because we've seen like Avengers 1, Avengers 2, and at this point it's like we've seen like almost the same thing happening where at the very end they're like facing against a bunch of robots or aliens or army of aliens and stuff. So it's not something like we haven't seen before, but I don't know. I just think that's not really a problem, but since we've been bombarded with a bunch of Marvel films and typical superhero stuff, like we're kind of already over at this point. But as part of the movie as a whole, I didn't think it was garbage, but it definitely could have been better, man. Like like I said, I'm a diehard DC fan, and even I say like this movie could have done a lot better. And again, like knowing all the stuff about Zack Snyder not being able to finish the movie, and Joss Whedon kind of just finishing the whole shoot and directing it and stuff like that, it all kind of makes sense, and you can kind of really, I don't know, just kind of cut it some slack knowing that. But then again, that was their choice. Like they literally could have made a decision to delay the film to where it felt like it was actually done and not rushed, but at the same time they're kind of dealing with deadlines too. So I don't know. I actually want to see it again sometime, but I'm really just kind of anticipating the extended edition of this movie when it comes out on Blu-ray, which I will most likely get. But honestly, I just kind of think like the film could have been a lot better. The Flash, Superman were probably the two characters that I thought like really made me enjoy this movie a lot. And I don't like Superman. Like I'm more of a Batman kind of guy. But for some reason Superman, the way like they showed his like powers and all of his action sequences, I thought was really cool. And then Ezra Miller's Flash, like I thought Ezra Miller did a pretty good job with the Flash. He's more witty. He kind of, in a way, almost kind of acted like Kid Flash, but I didn't really think that was a problem. He's pretty much the baby brother of the Justice League, kind of like how Spider-Man is with the Avengers. So, anyways, that's just kind of my opinion. Let me know what you guys think about the film, and let me know if there's anything else you want to add to this opinion. But yeah, that is the video for you guys today, and I will see you guys on the next video.